sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. This afternoon, we're in the Sunshine State for live final round coverage of the Florida Classic. What a weekend this has been so far. Everything you want in a golf tournament. By nightfall, we will have our winner. As you take a look at the current leaderboard on this Sunday afternoon, our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. And that'll do just fine. A good start to this final round, safely in the fairway at 1. Now a second from well over 300 yards. This will be about positioning. That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5. And that'll do just fine. 6 feet now for birdie. Yeah, that's a good putt. It's a birdie here at 1. And with that, his score moves to 26 under par. Strong par 5 to start, followed by a good par 3. The second hole is 225 yards.
2 bunkers, Rich, when you look at this par 3. In between is a nice corridor. And that's really the line that you want to be looking at going at this par 3. Just thread the gap, and you should safely find the green.
Safely aboard, pin high, right of the flag, and a chance at birdie upcoming. 15 feet away. Yes, can't ask for a better start to a round than this. It is back-to-back birdies at 1 and 2. And that's going to move him to 27 under par. Up next, the 460-yard third, a hole that is flat, long, and straight as an arrow. Great driving hole here on the first par 4 of the round.
Now, it's in the first cut. There's always a little bit more grass around the ball that has to be factored in.
Now this, his second to the par 4 from just off the fairway.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
Iona, this a birdie putt.
Well, for a long putt like this, there's really not a whole lot to it. I think you'll fancy his chances at this one.
Yeah, he had a pretty good run at that, but it won't go down. Still pretty good from there. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. He's going to maintain that substantial lead. Wow, check this out, Frank. Par 3 fourth, 250 yards. This is a really cool hole.
It is. You tee off and that tee shot right across the swampland into a crescent-shaped green. And of course, it is protected by that bunker that just cuts in. It doesn't give you very much depth on that middle line of the green. So if the pin's in the middle, that's when the hole plays its most difficult.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. This one gonna have to stop quickly. It's his second. Everything is coming up roses for our leader. How about this? Holding it from off the green to extend that lead. Now to the fifth hole here at the Wetlands. Par 5, 635 yards. A lot going on here, Frank.
The shorter hitters don't really worry about the swampland on the left because it really only cuts in to worry the longer hitters if you want to try and reach this par 5 and 2. So shorter hitters, 2 good shots, set up a wedge shot. Longer hitters, are you straight enough to hit it into the narrowest part of the fairway?
Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. I thought maybe that ball could get through, but instead it's down into the heavy stuff. Yeah, that's a good shot, just onto the fringe, but well played from a pretty tough line. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. On to the par 4 sixth here at the Wetlands. And Frank, how does that water factor into the way you play this hole?
It bisects this fairway beautifully, Rich. 233 yards to the run out on the first section of fairway. And that might be worth considering for the short hitters. To try and flash it across the narrowest part of those wetlands, 276 yards. And of course, the more horsepower you got, actually the easier this tee shot becomes. Beautiful tee shot, straight down the middle. Just got to worry about that 3/4 or half wedge shot upcoming.
A pretty ideal wedge distance here, 95 yards for his second.
That's a good shot, and more importantly too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Let's bring in Nota Begay the third for a look at birdie.
Really not a whole lot to this. He's going to get a little help from the slope. Other than that, just slightly to the right.
Oh no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. Safely in for par here at the sixth, and he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Frank, now we get a crack at another par 5. The seventh is 592 yards.
It's certainly reachable, especially with a tee shot that follows the shape of this fairway, which is slightly to the left. Good tee shot, you can get home. And those bunkers, if anything, are nicely placed on that left side of the green, actually to protect a shot that goes too far or too left.
And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. Yeah, mission accomplished. On into, didn't fly it all the way there, but got enough release and good shape. So a brilliant 3-iron winds up here, and now this, a putt for eagle. Oh yeah, that's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3, superb. On to the eighth. It's a par 3, 203 yards. What's going on here, Frank?
Interesting par 3, really. It looks anything other than a straightaway hole. That bunker short of this green gives you like an optical illusion. You think it's lapping up with the front of this green, but it's actually sort of 3 or 4 yards before you get to the putting surface. A little bit of a drop off behind this green, and it narrows out the deeper the green gets. So a tricky little par 3.
Okay, safely aboard. "12 feet still to go." You betcha, what a roll there. That is in for a birdie. That score continues to impress. He is now at 31 under par. The ninth hole, Frank, is a muscular par 5, 621 yards.
You see why length is a huge advantage of this golf course, just under 7,700 yards. This hole here, another example, good tee shot, perhaps think of going for the par 5 and 2, but a great collection of 3 bunkers that sort of annoy you with your layup there. Got to make sure you avoid all of those to leave yourself a nice little wedge shot in here if you can't reach it too.
Boy, he's in a nice little groove right now. Played the last couple of holes in 3 under par, and he's got another in the fairway here. Oh, and that one nosedives right into the thick stuff. That could be problematic, to say the least.
And for a short little shot, the heavy rough certainly makes things more difficult because the rough gets between the club face and the ball. But not bad, all things considered.
Oh, there's the surgeon's touch right there. Well done to run that in for a birdie. We begin the inward 9 at the Wetlands with the lengthy par 3 10th, 246 yards, 3 bunkers protecting the front of the green, and anything long or left has a chance to be wet. So that one off target, knocked down a bit by that tree, and that'll make things difficult from there. Still work to do to get this on the green. This is second. Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Okay, that one in for a bogey here at 10. But fortunately, this one still well in hand. Moving on to the par 4 11th, just a little bit more than 440 yards. Arriving here at the 443-yard par 4 11th. Best to play it left center off the tee to give you a good look on the approach and take a bit of length off the hole. Oh, this is tugged way left. And now problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee. He's got a clear path to the green, but this definitely not where you want to be for your second. That was a good effort. Not a perfect outcome, but Frank, hard to fault the player here because he had to take a full swing at that.
Yeah, actually hit it too good.
This is an 11-foot putt. Nope. Safely in. It's a bogey here at number 11. But fortunately, this one still well in hand. Par 5 12 here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club is 576 yards. First par 5 on this backside. Stepping up to the tee at the first par 5 on this back 9. It's the 12th, and it is 576 yards.
Yeah, this hole bends to the right, opposite direction to what 11 does. A good tee shot, and you can actually think about reaching this par 5 and 2, but anything around the front or front left, it's still going to leave a relatively simple pitch shot. So when you stand on that tee, think of birdie at least here.
Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Well, have the distance right, just a little bit offline to the left.
And a little bit left too with his third shot.
Chance now for another birdie. Oh, right by the hole. The longer putts, you don't mind as much. The short ones, they tend to sting. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And pars are fine at this point with this tournament well in hand. Now the par 4 13th. Frank, what are the options here?
Well, another straight one required here, Rich. It's 450. It's not overly long in today's standard, but still, that fairway widens up where the longer hitters will actually hit. And bunkers, once again, short of a green. So as long as you can fly that second shot to at least the front of the green, then they really do not come into play.
Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. Noticeable breeze coming right to left as he eyes his second.
I'm not quite sure that strike, whether they got it all, but ball's just come up a little shy. Outside chance for a birdie.
17-foot putt here. Oh, no problems at all. The pace perfect. It is in for birdie. And stop the presses if you've heard this before. He's well on his way to yet another victory on the year. 14th hole here at the Wetlands. A dangerous par 3 comes in at 204 yards. There's some trouble out there.
And this is where you have to readjust your focus. If you start looking right or left of this green, you see all the problems that could come in and prevail. Instead, just look at that front bunker. Try and fly your tee shot over that, somewhere around the front edge of the green, maybe 3 or 4 yards on, and then the hole becomes that much easier.
This one's looking good. All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up. Oh my, that singes the right edge, but doesn't go down. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll remain well under par. Stepping up here on the 15th tee at the Wetlands, this is a 590-yard par 5. Final par 5 on the backside here at the Wetlands. It's 590 yards.
Which is really a tempting yardage. A good tee shot, perhaps think of reaching the par 5 and 2. But this green well protected by 3 bunkers, 2 on the left side and 1 short right. But hey, fortune favors the brave. At least that's what I was told.
Now, from better than 300 yards out, a second to the par 5.
Two shots around this green is always good. Now, for a little CVS, perhaps a third shot on this par 5, get one close, maybe make 4.
Now this for another birdie. Ah, yes, never in doubt. It's a birdie here at 15. And this one was over a while ago. This is just a walk in the park now. Moving to the 16th hole here at the Wetlands, 455-yard par 4, and you can see, Frank, that green is heavily guarded.
And consequently, you're really going to have to judge that second shot. Know your yardage, and also good strikes required to safely keep the ball on the putting surface. Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder, how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb. Well, the ball is on the green. That's about all I can say with that. With a short wedge in hand, you'd expect that certainly be much closer than that.
Oh, this one is tracking. It's on a good line. Look out. This one could be really good. Oh, that nearly went in. That's a touch of class right there. Very good effort. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And he'll be unable to take that score any further under par. He'll stay right where he is. Par 3 17th, Frank, it's 238 yards.
There's still a chance for birdie here, though. Green shape's a little bit to the player's right, so a nice high draw coming in here. Even finding the middle of the putting surface will give you a chance to putt to really any position on this green.
That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead. Fairly long, 25-foot putt here. Oh, needed just a little bit of a turn, but that will somehow stay right on the edge. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll remain well under par. Well, this is it, Frank, the 18th hole. And on paper, it looks like you can get this one. You can make a birdie because it's only 377 yards.
You're exactly right, Rich. Just a nice drive. Doesn't even have to be a driver here. It's going to set you up really short iron wedge into this short par 4, and well, I always like to finish on a birdie. I know you do too, because a little walk to the clubhouse there on the left, maybe a hot dog or a hamburger.
Yes, step one out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot could just about seal it. So after that bomb of a drive, this is second to the par 4. Okay, that's acceptable there. Chance now for another birdie.
Just has to get the ball started, and it will work back to the right and toward the hole.
Nope, good effort, but that's going to wander a few feet by. Okay, so that will wind up a par at the last. And that means this will be a final round, 65. Just a marvelous performance, Frank. Look, I know you love EA Sports. You play all the games. You might win Madden football by double digits, right? It is football. But in golf, double-digit victories? That's rare. That doesn't happen a whole lot.
You're right. It looked like we were playing Madden the way it was like, instead of touchdown after touchdown, it was, knock it to a foot, knock it to another foot, another birdie, another eagle. Just incredible. They just boat raced the field.
So for Frank Nobilo, Notah Begay III, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA Tour Golf on EA Sports. So long, everyone.